Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, with Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this video is going to be dealing with the uproars of the people, and the chaos ensuing worldwide, and like the Apostle Tahar said, he said that it's not just all-out chaos in every place at one time. It's happening country by country, okay? And soon it's going to reach to your country, all right? And it's going to be all-out chaos, like what's going on in Panama, what's going on in Sri Lanka, so on and so forth. And that's all Bible prophecy. All of those things that you're seeing is biblical prophecy coming to pass, and it's only going to get worse, man, all right? So I'm going to play this video real quick. It's about 2 minutes. So you can see that the chaos that's ensuing around the world.
This is Sri Lanka today, and this is the Dutch farmers and truckers today. The movement is escalating all over the world. And the first one who have pointed out the most wanted globalists are the Swiss people.
You see? Now they're starting. This is in the Swiss country, I believe. And they're showing you the culprits. They're pulling out the elites, right? There's one thing that's going to show you. It's going to say the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, and it's going to show these different names. All right, you see these names, you know these people. Okay, so now Esau is being made bare, and these are all Edomites. Okay, Edomites run the world. That's why we keep mentioning Esau and Edom and explaining to you that he is the wicked. All right. Oh, excuse me. It's not what I wanted to do. Salakia. We keep telling you that he is the wicked because it's relevant. All right. He is the person that is running the world right now. Let's get Isaiah 47. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." No one's going to look at you as this, benevolent people anymore. These heroes anymore, right? So this says what? The virgin daughter of Babylon, right? We can tie that to the Edomites using what? Using Psalms 137. This is Psalms 137 in verse 7. It says, "O Lord, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem." No, it says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. Because they're the ones that destroyed our temple. They're the ones that burnt down our city. They were the main ones, because these are our main enemies. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. See, so it calls the Edomites the daughter of Babylon. Okay? Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Because that's what they did with our babies, right? They grabbed them by the feet and smacked them against the stones and killed and put them to death. They would slice open a pregnant woman's belly and take out the baby and stomp on the baby and squash the baby like you do a rodent or a rat. That's what they did to our children, to the children of Israel, the children of Zion. Okay, they did that to the northern and the southern kingdom. Right, so Esau has to pay for that, man. Okay, it says. Back to Isaiah 47 and 2, it says, "Take the millstone and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." Guess what? His nakedness is being seen, meaning what? He's being exposed. Everywhere you turn, these Edomites are being exposed, and the regular everyday person who was completely patriotic and all about the American dream, all about Canada and the United Kingdoms and the forwarding of this government. Now they're starting to see that it was all a scam. All right, that it was all smoke and mirrors, and that these people are nothing but globalists looking to put you into hardcore oppression. Which, this is what the prophets have been saying. Okay, the prophets have been telling you that these people are no good, that these are the wicked, right? You fanned your hand, you didn't want to listen, all right? But now it's coming to pass, everything that we've been telling you that they were going to do, okay? And now you're scrambling, now you're nervous. But it's going to, the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is going to be done at the end of the day. This is Obadiah 1:6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Why are they hidden? Because Esau moves in the dark. He deals with the darkness. He deals with secrecy. Okay? See, us in our kingdom, we're going to deal with everything in the open. Everything is going to be in the light. But for them, since they're wicked, they like to move in the dark. Okay? You understand? But now it's being sought up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is Job 24. In verse 16. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 16. Yeah. It says, in the dark they dig through houses which they had marked for themselves in the daytime. They know not the light, for the morning is to them even as the shadow of death. You see, so the morning is like the light, right? The morning represents the light, is like the shadow of death to them. Just like the darkness of the wickedness is as the shadow of death to us. If one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. Meaning what? That people are going to be looking to take them out once they discover their wickedness, once they discover what they've been doing. All right. And that's why you see everything that you see happening around the world. That's why these people are starting to rise up, and they're not putting it on the mainstream media. OK, they're giving you that fluff, that BS on the mainstream media. OK, but when you look at all these protests going on, look at what I was playing for you. All those protests going on, those are serious issues that they were protesting for, man. But none of this is on, and this is worldwide, man. This is in Europe. This is in South America. You understand? And nobody's covering this. Sri Lanka, right? So we're going to continue to play this, man, so you can see the rest of this. But the people are starting to rise up because that's all biblical prophecy.
These wanted people have caused problems in Sri Lanka, the Netherlands, and many other countries. The poster is still there on the street of Zurich, Switzerland. So far, this is what's happening in the Netherlands and around the world at weekend. The Dutch truckers have answered the farmers' call for help, and together they're blocking many roads and highways in the Netherlands. The Dutch and German farmers have blocked both sides of the highway connecting Germany and the Netherlands.
Which when that thing happened with the farmers, I said that's the exact same thing that happened in Canada with the truckers. It's the same thing. It's just now it's the farmers. And they're going to start doing that over here with the farmers as well, because there was a particular bill that was recently passed by Trudeau, and it was dealing with the fertilizer. He was trying to stop them from using the fertilizers that they depend on. He's trying to cut that back, which is going to mess up the farmers, because these Edomites, right, these elites, they made these people dependent on these fertilizers. They didn't want them to do it the natural way, so they started showing them the fertilizers and this. So now the farming industry is highly dependent on the fertilizer, just like these different industries are dependent on the coal, right? These different countries are dependent on coal. And they're trying to curse out these countries like India for using so much coal when they made them coal dependent. And that's what India's been saying. All right. So this devil will put the cup to your mouth, make you drunk by forcing the liquor down your throat, and then get mad at you for being drunk. That's how the Edomite operates, man. These people are the devil. Okay, let's continue, man.
Now, the Australian farmers also rise up in Victoria. Millions of Italians have been celebrating over the resignation of their prime minister for days, but there is not any news from the biased mainstream media. Remember when the Dutch farmers spray manure into government buildings? The European media was silent, not any report from BBC, nor any news outlet. On Saturday, the Spanish farmers began protesting at many locations. In the Netherlands, more and more signs of help are displaying along highways and on the crop fields. And to answer that call, more groups of firefighters, fishermen and truckers are taking the street to show support for the Dutch farmers. Together, they are forming convoys with a message. The protest will continue. We have the support of millions of people. There will be actions the Netherlands has never seen before.
Wow, man. So they actually dumped manure by the government offices, man. You know, like a big piles of manure. So clearly the people they're starting to not regard their kings nor princes, right? Which that's all biblical prophecy. Okay, matter of fact, let me jump to that. Let's get 2 Esdras 15. And let's start at verse 5, man. Let's start at verse 5 and run all the way down. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a sheep, as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." You see that? So the Lord is bringing all these famines, this famine. He's bringing the death. He's bringing the destruction. He's bringing the sword, right? Which is going to be by the way of these military people and these civilians breaking into people's houses, stealing from them. Okay, or they might just look at you as a threat just because they see you and they know what most people are doing, and they might just put certain people to death. Okay, just out of fear. So these things are increasing in the earth by the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, but he's using the Edomites, which we always say the Edomites is the sword on the left-hand side of the Heavenly Father. Okay, it says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before." What were some of the plagues of Egypt? The cattle being put to death, right? The darkness, right? The different apparitions, right? The beast dying, right? You had tens of thousands of those cattle just dying, just appearing dead in America, right? And there's a lot of things that's going on around the world, but the MSM does not report on these things. Okay, you have to go to alternative media to get this information. You understand? But the fact that those 10,000 cattle died, I believe that was the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh. Well, it's always the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. What I'm trying to say is I believe Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai just kind of did that randomly, so to speak. And it wasn't really an elite orchestrated event, you know, because guess what? The Heavenly Father is helping these elites do what they're doing because he wants these things to happen as well. That's why this extreme heat is hitting Europe, and that helps to destroy the crops because he wants the famine as well. All right, He wants the famine, just like these elites want it. He wants the famine, just like the elites want blood and death in the streets and chaos. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai wants that because it's prophecy, and I'm reading it now. It says, but the thing is that they think they're gonna come up, be able to emerge from the ashes like a phoenix, and set up, the NWO completely, which they're not. Okay, once, listen, man, when they think they're about to complete it. All right, when they think they completely finished it, they're about to relax and sit back, the Lord is going to send that sudden destruction upon those elites. And they're going to be the first batch of slaves that we're going to have, man. Starting with Yahweh Shai, our Lord, man. Okay, it says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail and with a fearful constellation. Not only is the elites trying to take them out, the Lord is trying to take these farmers out, man. Okay? Why? Because it's all biblical prophecy. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For the sword, there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. What you see there is sedition. All right, when they protest in front of the government buildings and they say, these people are corrupt, we need to get these people and this and that. They have those Bill Gates, and I don't want to say that devil's name, these different Edomite devils that are running the earth. When they have their names plastered on the walls, right, saying that they're wanted, that's sedition right there. Basically, if they would have popped up there, them people would have probably put them to death. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So that's sedition right there, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See, for now, although there's that sedition, it has not hit the climax. When it hits the climax, that's all out chaos, where 911 ain't gonna help you. All right. You see, now they still stop at the stop sign. They look both ways. When it's a red light, they stop at the red light. They go to the store, they pay. They pay at the register. They obey these penal codes and these laws to a certain extent. But when all hell breaks loose, they're not going to give a damn about a stop sign. They're not going to give a damn about a red light. They ain't going to care about paying for anything. All right? It's literally going to be a dog-eat-dog world. Okay? That's why it says that their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning ain't no one going to tell them what to do. They're going to do what they want to do. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because they're going to block off these cities. Okay? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So these people are not going to give a damn about their government in that day. All right. And these politicians, like these mayors and things like that, they're easier to reach. So they're in the greatest danger. Okay. You see, they're not going to be able to reach the most of them Rothschilds and them Rockefellers and things like. They got their bunkers, their secret bunkers and whatnot that's heavily guarded. But you know who's going to reach them? The elect. All right. And if they're down in the sea, the Lord said what? Matter of fact, let me I should get that. Let me get that. Okay. This is Amos 9 and verse 1. It says, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he says, smite the lintel of the door that the matter of fact, let me just I'll start from there. That the post may shake and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. All right. Though they have their secret underground bunkers, the Lord using his elect is going to go down there and grab them. Okay. Though they climb up to heaven, right? Though they got their space bunkers, well, guess what? That's easy work for the angels. All right. Thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, right? Though they have their mountain retreats, their mountain bunkers, which we've seen videos of that, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he will bite them. And we seen a video of a serpent, a huge serpent with a big head that didn't look, that wasn't no anaconda, man. That was a different type of serpent, man. That might, who knows, that might have been Leviathan. And the helicopters were flying over it. And the caption read, "This is what they're trying to hide." Because why didn't they put that in the news? They got this big creature that no one has ever seen. This huge creature, it's bigger than a whale that no one has ever seen. Just basically like a snake on the top of the water, and that's not being reported on the mainstream media. What are they feeding you? They only show you what they want to show you. That they only show you the things that benefit them. That's why they get all these chariot sightings, and it's never breaking news. Oh, someone thought they saw something. They don't know if it was lights. What could it be? Like the elites don't know. Like these people don't know. They know exactly what it is. Well, we've been telling them. We've been telling them about Zechariah, the 5th chapter, Ezekiel. All right, we've been telling them what the chariots of the Lord is, man. So they're hiding things, and they only want you to know what they want you to know for their benefit. But every time someone gets hit by a car, did you know he had C-19? We checked his DNA, and his blood samples, but they can't report on the things that are right in your face. It says, and though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good. Okay, so hey, man, apply that to the elites. They can't get away. There's no escape from the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the point. Okay, so they think they're gonna be able to be above the web, the system that they created, and they're gonna be good. They're gonna be living like kings forevermore. No. Excuse me. This is Job 20, excuse me. In verse 22, it says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits." What's the fullness of his sufficiency? Is when he's about to finish his NWO. Every hand of the wicked, which that word is laborer. Okay, I believe it's Imal, which means laborer, shall come upon him. Okay, let's look up that word. So all them laborers that you see, those farmers, those truckers, Imal. Okay. Laborer, sufferer, wretched one, laborer, worker, workman, okay, sufferer, right? All of them are going to be upon him, looking for them. Didn't they have the wanted signs on these different people that are, lesser luminaries and elites? Didn't they have the signs? Yeah, they did. And there was one sign that said, had the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers on it, man. So these people are getting ready to be in those straits, right? They're gonna be hiding. Oh my goodness, they can't come. They really can't show themselves, because when people see them, they're gonna be looking to take them out. All right. So that's part of them being in straits, but the ultimate straits is when the elect come to gather them up. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast his fury. Shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. What does that mean? When he thinks he's settling into the to the NWO, he's like, okay, we accomplished our goals and everything's good. Now we can sit down and relax for a bit, right? That's when the Lord is gonna send. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, right? This is the end of. This is the end. This is what you elites have to look forward to. You think you're gonna escape? You think that the Lord is not gonna get you? You think you're gonna be able to accomplish your goals? No, you're not. The Lord is using you as a pawn for His prophecies. That's all. This is Psalms 149:6. It says, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron." So we're going to get all these elites up and bind them with fetters of iron and chains, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all His saints. Praise ye Yahweh. Okay, so hey, you can clearly see these people are uprising, and that's beautiful. It's all part of prophecy, man. It's all part of biblical prophecy. So with that, I'll say shalom.